HelloGreedo series has been shelved due to Yule Bowl. Nice, man. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream. A little low-key, laid-back, I'm tired, hour-long live stream tonight. Topic of conversation is what newly announced Star Wars project are you most excited for? But as you guys know, we'll stay on topic for 2 minutes, and then we'll spend 58 minutes bullshitting about whatever you want. And that's the way I want it. That's the way it should be. That's by design. Welcome, one and all. Josh, Vince, Joez, Samuel, Sid, Yoda Man, Caretaker, what's up, man? Maxton, Agreeable Jellyfish, Patrick, Braden, one at Nightbot. What's up, Nightbot? Good to see everybody. Yoda Man says, I'm pretty indifferent about all this stuff. That may change as we learn more, though. That's, you know, I get super excited around celebration time just because, you know, despite not really watching all of this stuff live, I do go back and watch some interviews. I scroll through like the, you know, the Twitterverse and gauge everybody's excitement and seeing what they're talking about. And it's just an overall, to me at least, an overall 3 or 4 days. Is it 3 or 4 days? I'll just say 3. 3 day, just 3 days of pure Star Wars information and things to look forward to and excitement. And, you know, despite not being there, it's still, you know, all the way across the pond, it's still infectious in my brain. So, yeah, I get excited for these things. Not as much as I would if they were coming out tomorrow. But, yeah, I mean, I get it. Yeah, Patrick, the new timeline was pretty neat. Frozen salmon cakes. I'm not a big... You know what? I've never tried salmon in my entire life. It's my wife and my daughter's favorite food. So, like, when I'm on shift, they'll eat salmon. When I'm on shift, they'll eat shrimp. I don't eat a lot of seafood. Oh, we're 3 minutes in and we're already talking about food. This is the way it's going to go. Welcome to the stream. It's a food stream. Yeah, I don't really eat seafood. The only seafood that I eat is swordfish and mahi. And a lot of that is just probably because I didn't grow up eating seafood. The only seafood that my dad eats is swordfish and mahi, so you can see where the genetics come from or the learned behavior. My wife grew up eating raw oysters, everything seafood. So, like, that's her bread and butter. And she married a guy who is just like meat and potatoes and peanut butter. But yeah, anyway. I would love to go to Japan for Celebration 2025, Vince. Me and my wife, like, on the distant horizon, Japan is a place we want to go visit. My wife has worked with a woman who moved here from Japan like 5 years ago. In those 5 years, she learned to speak English. She's worked with her every day for the past 5 years. And, you know, she's learned so much about the culture, where she's from. And she really wants to go over there and, you know, just experience it. So probably not going to be able to make it 2025, but maybe one day. Anyway, Evans Media, thank you so much for the first Super Chat channel support of the stream. Evans says, to be honest, I'm most hyped for the Return of the Jedi theater. I saw that as well. Return of the Jedi theater re-release. I was 9 when The Force Awakens came out, so I've only seen the Disney stuff in theaters. I'm sure it's special edition, but that's what 4K 83 is for. You were only 9. For whatever reason, Evans, you give off the vibe of being much older. So what does that put you right now? Force Awakens came out in 2015. So that was 8 years ago. So you're only 17 or 18 years old. Is that correct? You definitely give off the vibe of being much older. For whatever reason, oh, that's not... I thought that was a pentagon in your avatar. I was thinking, like, whenever I see a pentagon in an avatar, I just assume somebody's in, like, their late 40s. and they wear like a leather jacket, and and like they're a metalhead. Evans, you've completely blown my brain out of the ears. But yeah, man, I'm right with you. When I heard that announcement, man, that Return of the Jedi was coming out, maybe some of you guys haven't heard this yet, but Return of the Jedi is being re-released in the theaters in April 28th through May 4th. I'm pretty sure those are the dates. April 28th through May 4th. And it's going to be re-released in select theaters during that time. As soon as I saw that announcement, I got super excited. There's no way I'm going to miss that. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I might actually miss it because I'm going to be out of town. I'm going to be, let me look at the dates real quick. Let's see. April 28th is a Friday. So I'm out of town on the 27th, 28th, 29th, and 30th. I'll be back on the 1st. I believe I work on the 2nd. So I would have to go see it on Wednesday or Thursday, the 3rd or the 4th. I might be able to make it happen. We'll see. I might have to go by myself. We'll see. But yeah, I'm excited for it, man. Oh, nice. Turned in 17 in May. Nice, man. I turned 37 in May. I turned 37 in May. 37. May 23rd to be exact. Do we have the same birthday, Evan? Do we have the same birthday? Let's see. Let's see. There's a chance. We already got the same month. There's a chance. But anyway, I appreciate that, man. And yeah, indeed, 4K 83. Rod Films says, I'm super excited for Ahsoka, but the orange lightsabers look really off. The lack of white core makes them look like toys. I need to watch it again. I saw some people tweeting about that, but I don't know. That kind of stuff doesn't really bother me. Does it not bother anybody else? Like when I saw it, I just saw I saw it and I was like, just a little different looking lightsaber. I don't know. It didn't really bother me. But to each his own. Jedi rocks on the big screen. Boy, I'd be sitting there like Alex in A Clockwork Orange. No! No! Wouldn't it be such a beautiful surprise? If yeah, me too, man. I thought they were red. I don't know. Wouldn't it be such a beautiful surprise if it was like the original version? Nobody said nothing. The orange was intentional? Gotcha. Yeah, Jedi rocks. Oh, dang. Yeah, anyway. Yeah. Celador, what's up, man? Celador says, hey, Greedo. Hope you're well. Intrigued by Ahsoka. Trailer was good. Acolyte, something new in that. Most looking forward to Andor Season 2, though. I'm right there with you. My most anticipated thing right now is Andor Season 2. They released a teaser trailer for Season 2 at Celebration, didn't they? No, Jedi Rocks is not the original. Lapti Neck is the original. Yeah, Celador. I'm excited. I don't think they put that out online, the Andor Season 2 trailer. I believe they did release a Season 2 trailer at Celebration, right? But it's not online yet. I looked yesterday, or the day before. Is it online now? Maybe not. But yeah, man, I'm right there with you. Andor blew me away. It's kind of peak Star Wars for me. I like it light years better than any other Star Wars show we've gotten. Yeah, man. And Acolyte is right there. I mean, it's not as of right now until we see a trailer or something like that. And again, didn't they release a trailer? Didn't they release a trailer for Acolyte or something for Acolyte at Celebration 2? I mean, I guess I could watch all the leaked trailers like Vince did. I forgot to do that. I might wait. I might just wait. But, yeah, I'm excited for that just because of the new factor, as you said. I don't know what to really expect. And to tell you the truth, man, Skeleton Crew is really high up there on my list of things that I'm looking forward to. It just sounds fun, you know? And to see those kids on the celebration stage, the actors, the kids, like their excitement was so enthusiastic. They look so goddamn cute. And I'm excited for them. I'm excited for them, you know? Oh, Braden must have been there. Anyway, I appreciate that, Celador. Oscar Rodriguez, thank you for the channel support as well. Oscar says, I hope Dawn of the Jedi looks and feels ancient. Yeah, I don't really know what to expect, man. I suspect there's still going to be some high technology there. I think the technology of Star Wars goes back very, very far. It takes place prior to the Old Republic era, correct? I believe so. I could be wrong. I don't even know if that's been announced. But yeah, I'm sure it's going to feel very... If I had to guess, it will feel very like medieval in a way. Medieval with high tech relative to us, right? That's what's kind of cool about a lot of Star Wars is that it's even in the scuzziest of corners of the Star Wars galaxy, there's still, you know, technology that I don't know, like look at the Lars homestead, right? Just a patch of dirt. You got droids, you got moisture vaporators, you got beeps and boops, you got land speeders. You know, that's what's kind of cool about it. It's the juxtaposition of kind of old and worn and beat up with old and worn and beat up pretty awesome high-tech stuff, you know, for relative to us. Does that make sense? Now, I'm pretty sure that's a Photoshop, Vince. I saw somebody, I don't know. But, yeah. Anyway, Oscar, I appreciate that, man. Strider, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support as well. Strider says, The Last Jedi was my favorite movie because fresh looks at Star Wars is best, in my opinion. Hope they do more like that in Dawn of the Jedi. I'm right there with you. The Last Jedi was my favorite Star Wars movie of this era, under the banner of Disney since they acquired the franchise. Yeah, I appreciate it for, as you said, the new looks at Star Wars, the different feels, the different thoughts, I mean, it's, I don't know. I see it as a very deep movie. The relationship between Kylo and Rey was handled so perfectly, I thought. So much of that movie, I just love so much of that movie, man. And that's what I want from my future Star Wars, you know? I'm not the type of Star Wars fan who wants more of the same. I'm not the type of Star Wars fan who, yeah, I guess man, who like wants to mulch over the same shit, see the same things over and over again, wants to see the same characters introduced, the same ideas, blah, blah, blah. You know, I want fresh perspectives. I want different types of stories, different types of tones, different types of everything, I guess, you know. And TLJ, more than any, in my opinion, any other Star Wars movie of this era, did that. And it hit me in all the right spots. And I'm with you, Strider. I hope Dawn of the Jedi kind of follows suit, not in the same way that TLJ did, but spiritually, like, not spiritually, but like in the same, how do I put this? In the same way of taking chances and maybe going against the grain a little bit and trying to have fresh perspectives, put fresh perspectives on the franchise. I hope it does that. I hope every project aims to do that, because if you don't aim to do that, what are you doing? You're mulching over the same shit, as I said. And that's boring to me, you know? I mean, everybody's different. Their fandom's different. Everybody wants to see different things. But, like, I don't understand the constant burning desire to, like, continuously see the same characters over and over again. I mean, to me, that gets stagnant and that gets boring. I don't know. Anyway, Strider, I'm with you, man. Cheers. Mythic Jedi. Mythic Jedi says, do you think the Ahsoka show will allow Dave Filoni to learn how to direct big budget movies so he can eventually do his own new Jedi Order trilogy? Well, Filoni is directing a New Republic film. He's already, right? Yeah, he's spearheading that as the director. He's got his feet wet heavily in live action with The Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett. Whether he was in the director chair or not for a lot of those episodes, you know, he was on set and
Andor ST.
Oh, one sec.
The ending pissed me off cause there wasn't any more. Anybody finish a movie or show they love and then they can't enjoy watching something else for a while cause it's not the thing you love?
Vince, thanks, man. Give me 1 sec. And Sam and Christian. So yeah, Mythic. I'm sure the Ahsoka show will further his knowledge and learnedness and his experience. And you know, give him a leg up. And in the, as you said, the big budget movie that he's going to be making. And you know, it's interesting, like, out of the movies that were announced, the 3 movies that were announced, you had the like the Dawn of the Force, the Dawn of the Jedi movie, and then you had the new Jedi Academy movie or whatever it's going to be called with Rey. Those are the 2 I'm actually more excited for than the Dave Filoni New Republic movie. Because the other directors I'm not all that familiar with. I haven't really seen much of their stuff. Like James Mangold, and I can't remember her name. I'm a dummy. You know, I haven't really seen a lot of their stuff. So, and I've seen a lot of Dave Filoni stuff, and I'm sure it's going to be fun. But you know, there's a formula to Dave Filoni's stuff. The people love it, but I'm not a formula guy, and just for whatever reason in my dumb brain, it makes it like a little less exciting for me. Because I've seen so much of his stuff, and I'm like, I can kind of already guess what it's going to be like. Does that make sense? Like, that's where my brain goes. I mean, maybe that's a stupid thought, Probably is, right? Well, yeah. Anyway. I appreciate that, Mythic. Christian Kim, thank you so much for the super chat as well. Christian says, for the first time in 5 years, I'm elated about Star Wars. There you go, man. That's good. I'm glad you're happy and riding on the clouds. Yeah, there's a lot to be excited for. You know, it's a lot of these projects are still far off, but most of them sound super fun. You got Skeleton Crew, The Acolyte, you got Jedi Survivor coming out, 3 new Star Wars movies, Andor, Season 2. There's a lot of seemingly great stuff on the horizon. And, yeah, I mean, I think we all, Eben, you said for the first time in 5 years, I think we all ebb and flow with our enthusiasm, especially nowadays, because we are so inundated with Star Wars relative to how it used to be back in the day. You had to wait years for a movie, and you know, there were no shows back in the day. Now it's, you know, you can feel a little burned out, a little stagnant with stuff, and it's understandable. You know, when you get so much of something, it doesn't have, for me at least, it doesn't have the same constant excitement to it. But now we have things to look forward to, you know. Now there's faces to the names. There's named projects. There's I don't know. The future looks fun and bright and exciting in the world of Star Wars. And you know, there's going to be projects that we like. There's going to be projects that we don't like. You're not going to like them all. That's fine. Don't let people on the internet tell you that it's not. There's a lot of Star Wars that I don't like, and that's fucking fine, because somebody else likes it. I don't have to, right? It's fine. But yeah, man, I'm glad you're excited. Cheers. Hope you keep riding the wave. And I hope you keep that enthusiasm up. Samuel Wan Kenobi. Samuel Wan says, I know there is no way Return of the Jedi is going to give us the original cut, so I'm hoping for the 1997 cut as a second hope. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, the 90s, there 97 and onward, it's kind of all the same for the most part. Except for the no. Oh, wait, was it? Yeah, that was added in the Blu-ray, right? Vader yelling no. So maybe that is a reason to look forward to possibly having the 97 cut. But I highly doubt it, Sam. I highly doubt it. I'm sure that the Return of the Jedi that's coming back to the theaters is going to be the Disney Plus cut. And, you know, as much as I would love for the original cut to be on the big screen instead of any of those other cuts, I'll take what I can get. And I'll sit my happy ass down in the theater with a bucket of popcorn and a Coke Zero. And actually, no, they serve beer at movie theaters now. And a sensible local brown ale. And a bucket of popcorn. And I'll watch Return of the Jedi, Jedi rocks and all. And I'll enjoy it. Yeah, the Blu-ray introduced the Vader no. But anyway, Sam, I appreciate that, man. We can only hope. But you know, it's cool, 4K 83 and Harmy's Despecialized and all these other fan cuts, these restoration projects that give us what we grew up with and what we loved. So we got those, right? You can watch them on your big ass 1,000-inch TV. Anyway, I appreciate that, man. Vince Stewart and the Wessonator, thank you guys. Vince says Andor season 2. Andor season 2. The ending pissed me off because there wasn't any more. Anybody finish a movie? Oh yeah, okay. I see what you're saying. Anybody finish a movie or show they love and then they can't enjoy watching something else for a while because it's not the thing you love. Yeah, season 2 of Andor's it. Which, to me, I'm quality over quantity, right? I'm not one to, like, when something is announced that it's only going to be one season, like a limited run or 2 seasons, as the case with Andor. I'm not, and I know you're not the same. I know you're the same, rather, but I'm not one to be like, what? Huh? What? You know, if the story that they want to tell is 2 seasons long, and that's what their bones tell them, that's what their gut tells them, then that's what it should be, right? The biggest problem I feel like with a lot of shows is they overstay their welcome. They run out of ideas. They kind of get stagnant and boring. You know, you got shows that go for like 8, 9, 10 seasons. And you're just like, you might still be watching it, but you're like, what is this? You know, short and sweet, boom, a blast of excitement. Something like that will stay, will have more staying power. Will I don't know, will be, in my opinion, more impactful. That's just me, though. But yeah, I've been there for sure. I've been there where you finish watching something that you love, and then you start looking around for something else to watch, and you start watching something, you ping pong to another show and another show and another show, and nothing hits you like the show that you just finished watching. Eventually, you know, years later, you find another show to watch and you finish that show. And then in the years between those shows, you just watch a couple episodes, something here and there, and you never finish anything. And yeah, that's the story of my viewing life. But yeah, man. Maybe I'll do an Andor season 2 episode 1 viewing party, and we can all watch it together. I don't know if that'd be fun or not. I really don't know if that would be fun, because I probably wouldn't talk much on the microphone, and I wouldn't really pay much attention to the chat. The entire archived live stream would probably be dead air 99.9% of the time. So maybe that's a bad idea. Maybe we should do a viewing party of something I've seen a million times, like A New Hope, right? Maybe that's the route I should go. Probably, right? No, I'm not caught up with The Mandalorian yet. Dude, I haven't watched episode 4, 5, or 6. I'm 3 episodes behind. And it's looking like I won't be able to get around to watching one until... what is it? Probably Thursday? At the earliest? Maybe. Yeah, we'll see. Stuart, thank you so much. Stuart says, hi, you may have already been asked this. What do you think of Star Wars Visions Season 2? That's something that I actually haven't I haven't watched the trailer for it, Stuart. I haven't watched Visions Season 2 trailer. They didn't release it yet, right? It's just the trailer. They didn't release a thing, right? You know, I never watched all of Visions Season 1, despite really liking the idea of it. You know, the Animatrix style of it. Yeah, it's just one of those things that, like, I saw one episode of. I was like, that was cool, and then I just never revisited it, you know? I haven't watched that trailer yet, so can't really comment on it. I'm really glad they're continuing it because it's such a cool idea. But yeah, it's one of those things that I never continued watching. I don't have like a burning desire to keep watching it. I'm glad it exists because it is a really cool idea. And I know a lot of people are excited for it. So yeah, keep giving them. There's probably a lot of really unique, creative, goofy, fun, serious ideas mixed into the bag of Star Wars Vision Season 1 and Season 2. Yeah, it's exciting stuff. Coming from a guy who hasn't seen shit. It's also, we talked about this last stream, like I have this mental block in my brain where I don't have the burning desire to watch animated stuff like I do with live action. I don't know why. I've always had that mental block. Yeah, it's weird. Anyway. Really, Wallace and Gromit? That'll be fun. Yeah, that'd be cool. See, exactly. Such fun ideas. We need more of that. I love that, man. That's cool. The Westinator, thank you so much for the Super Chat channel support. The Westinator said, question. Would you consider new angles on familiar characters to count enough as something, quote unquote, something new? Like, two characters were, we've never seen meet or characters moving between animation and live action.
I decided to join the army. I never was a good student, but my junior year I became completely apathetic and I have no idea what I want to do. I go to MEPS in Miami in 2 weeks and go to basic in July.
Alex, thank you so much for the generous super chat. And give me 1 sec, because this is an important topic for sure. Give me 1 sec, man. So, Westinator, it's hard for me because I feel like a lot of the times I can be a hypocrite when it comes to that, right? I do enjoy, I'm super excited to see Thrawn and Ahsoka. Maybe that's because we've never seen him in live action. I enjoy the books that he's in. I'm a fan of that character. And normally you would think that with my dumbass perspective all the time, I would be like, Thrawn, what? We've seen Thrawn. We know Thrawn, blah, 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 blah. Why do we need him again? But I'm super excited to see him in Ahsoka. So I can be a hypocrite quite often when it comes to that opinion, right? But I don't know. It's all in how it's done. Like, to me, a lot of the times, Wes, familiar faces, familiar characters can often, and again, this is just me, detract from my enjoyment of something new. It's not that seeing them interact with another character is new. Their presence detracts from my enjoyment of something new. Like, Mandalorian Season 2 is the best example. Like, when Boba Fett came on screen, honestly, it did nothing for me. Ahsoka on screen, yeah, it was cool to see her. I love the character of Ahsoka. Favorite character in the Clone Wars, blah, blah, blah. But it was kind of the same thing seeing Boba Fett and Ahsoka and these familiar faces. It's just like, we had a good thing going. I love the show for being new and fresh and not needing to lean on the familiar. So, while oftentimes it is neat to see these animated characters or these book characters be introduced into live action, I guess it's all in how it's done, If the show is going to be like a Star Wars Greatest Hits, or so many familiar faces are going to be in it, yeah, I guess that's fine, but it doesn't stir my excitement all that much because, we've seen this stuff. But where my apprehension comes in is like, I don't know, let's say season 2 of Andor kind of followed suit with season 2 of Mandalorian and started introducing even more familiar faces. Well, then season 2 of Andor would kind of lose its charm for me, you know. Does that make sense? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's kind of where I feel like I just rambled for 5 minutes and I don't really know what I said. I don't know if that made sense at all. But yeah, I'm definitely a hypocrite when it comes to that. Like I'm super excited to see Thrawn, and you would think that in my brain I would be like, what, Thrawn again, Thrawn, same characters, what? But no, man, I'm super excited. Lars Mikkelsen, I mean, yeah, he voiced Thrawn in Rebels, but the dude looks absolutely perfect. I mean, you could not pick a better identical looking character or actor to portray Thrawn on live action. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm completely blown away with the similarity. You know, I honestly, I can't wait to see him. I don't know if I'm going to be a big fan of the show. Who knows? Who knows? The trailer looked fantastic. Whatever you can gauge from a trailer, you know, who knows? But we'll see if the show's good. I'm just, I don't know, super excited to see Thrawn. Yeah, it absolutely is a balancing act, Wes, for sure. It's a delicate act because, you know, you got people like me, and I'm probably in the minority when it comes to this opinion, who doesn't really care to continuously see the same characters and stuff like that. And I really want new stuff. And then you got a lot of other people, I would say like 90% of the other people who are like, yeah, hell yeah, Boba Fett, hell yeah. And I'm over here like, Boba Fett? Really? Really? So, yeah, anyway. I appreciate that, man. Alex Dunn with the double gun here. Alex Dunn says, hey, Greedo, definitely excited most for Andor Season 2. Hate to say it, but I haven't really liked anything since Mando Season 1 besides Andor. Yeah, I'm kind of this... well, I'm definitely looking forward to Andor Season 2 more than any other thing. I mean, really announced so far, just because Andor Season 1 blew me away so much. It's like peak Star Wars for me. And it's kind of the example... It set the example. It set the bar for me. So Season 2, because of that, is my most anticipated future Star Wars project. Now, as these other Star Wars projects get closer and closer to their releases, as we start seeing trailers, you know, I'm going to be super excited for those too. But as of right now, with future projects, Andor Season 2 is top number 1. And yeah, I'm kind of with you, Alex. Like, other than Andor, Mando Season 1 was really the only thing that I liked a lot. Season 2 was fun, but you guys know my problems with it. Season 3, I haven't kept up with it all that much. It's kind of left me behind. It's so far, it's whatever. I mean, I'm curious what you guys think of it, but for me, it's just... I don't even know how it's been received. What's everybody... I mean, I know how Vince feels about it, but like I haven't really gauged the Twitterverse or anybody else's opinion about the show, or Season 3 rather, of Mandalorian. It hasn't really done anything for me, but didn't really care for a Boba Fett show. Didn't really care for Kenobi all that much. I mean, they had their moments, right? Everything has its moments, but yeah, for me, Mando Season 1 and Andor, that's really about it. Yeah. Anyway, Alex goes on to say, Alex said, well, once again, thank you so much for the generous super chat, man. Alex says, I decided to join the Army. I never was a good student, but my junior year, I became completely apathetic, and I have no idea what I want to do. I go to MEPS in Miami in 2 weeks and go to basic in July. That's huge. That's a huge. So you got the next 4 years planned for you. It is what you make it. It is what you make it. It's going to be nerve-wracking. You're going to have moments where you go, what in the hell did I get myself into? But ride those moments, man. Ride those moments. The people you meet, situations you find yourself in, the stories that you have, the stories that you make, they will stick with you for the rest of your life. Dude, I'm super excited for you. I was kind of the same way. I was never a good student. When I got out of high school, I had no idea what I wanted to do. I tried my hand at 2 different colleges, dropped out of both. I was 21 when I signed my enlistment papers. And yeah, I enlisted. And I was kind of like you, a little lost, didn't know what to do. I saw all of my friends going to college and doing great. And I just, for whatever reason, I felt like, why don't I have that? Why don't I have that motivation, So like you, I signed the paper and I was like, let's just see what happens. Let's have the next 4 years plotted out for me to where I can't say no. You know what I mean? What's your MOS? What's your MOS, man? I'm curious. I mean, I don't know how much you want to divulge, but MEPS, you'll go to MEPS and you'll take your ASVAB. Actually, you probably don't even have an MOS yet because you haven't taken your ASVAB, right? You'll take that in MEPS. But what do you want to do? What do you want to do? A lot of military jobs will translate into the real world. I don't know if you plan on doing more 11X. I know what an 11 Bravo is. What's 11X? 11X. 11X Army is the mainland combat force and back infantrymen. I thought 11 Bravo was infantry. That's what you're planning, at least. Oh, so okay, so you haven't picked one. Like I said, you haven't taken your ASVAB. You haven't been to MEPS. If that's where your heart of hearts is, man. If that's what your heart of hearts, if that's what you want to do it. But keep your other options open. 11X is infantry jobs. When you get to basic, they choose 11 Bravo or 11C. Okay. So I was Navy, so I'm not too familiar with how the Army works, but gotcha. When you take your ASVAB, I'm sure you're a smart dude. You're probably going to score great on it. You're probably going to have a lot to choose from. There's no question in my mind that they will offer and probably push 11 Bravo to you. But look at your list. Look at your options. If they tell you to sign right there and you're hesitant, just wait. You don't have to pick right then and there. If they tell you do, you tell them to fuck off and you walk out and you just think about it. There's a lot of other jobs in the Army. You can go aviation. There's so many other jobs, So keep your options open. That's what I'll say. I know that, if that's where your heart's at, do it. Do it full. But take your ASVAB, and there's a good chance you'll test into some fields that you didn't even know were an option. You could, there's so many different jobs. I don't really know much about the Army, but yeah. And then if you decide to do 4, you can get out, utilize all the resources that are at your disposal. You can, use the shit out of your GI Bill, there's a lot of resources out there, but yeah, I would recommend, maybe doing something that, translates to civilian life. There's a lot of things in aviation. I know a lot of I was in Navy aviation, and a lot of guys that I knew, when they got out, they turned around and they got contracting jobs doing the same job that they did in the Navy, but for a private contractor, and they're making like 4 times what they did in the Navy doing the same thing that they did in the Navy. But yeah, that's my biggest advice, Alex. Like, just read about all the other jobs too. And I have no question in my mind that you'll score high on your ASVAB, and you'll have a lot of other options that you probably didn't even know were out there. And weigh those options. But yeah, I'm happy for you, man. I'm proud of you. That's such a huge commitment. That's such a huge, not many, this is what I'm going to tell you. Not many people do this. There's a tiny percentage of the population who is doing what you're doing, who is willingly doing what you're doing. And you should be proud of that. You should be proud of that. You're going to be in a small percentage of citizens who choose to serve. And that in itself is admirable. So I'm proud of you, man. Cheers. Best of luck. If you want any advice, I'm sure you have people in your circle that who served and stuff like that. And I'm sure they're talking to you about it. But if you have any questions, if you just want to talk, if you feel a little lost, hit me up, man. Hit me up. But cheers. Keep us updated, man. I want to know what you're up to. And keep your options open for sure. Keep your options open. When I took my ASVAB, I did, like, everybody buys, well, not everybody, but like people buy ASVAB study guides and all that stuff. I just went in, I took my test, I scored super high on it, and I had a job where I basically worked on computer systems of helicopters on Seahawks. And I was like, yeah, that sounds cool. I'll do it. I wasn't picky. My original, they call them rates in the Navy. They call them MOSs in the Army. I think they still do. But my recruiter, I initially had my rate as gunner's mate. And my recruiter pulled me aside and she was like, hold on one sec. She was like, you scored really high on your ASVAB. You have these options open. And she was like, aviation in the Navy, they have a really good life. And she basically convinced me to take the job that I didn't even know anything about right then and there. She was like, you'll be happier. And she was like, I don't remember exactly what she said, but she basically was like, aviation in the Navy, live a really great life. You'll have a lot of options open to you. And she convinced me right then and there to completely change my mind on what I wanted to do. And I'm glad I did it, But yeah, you never know. You never know. But cheers, Alex. Good luck. Proud of you, man. If you need anything, let me know. Alabasted, thank you so much. And Oscar. Alabasted said, I hope Sam Witwer gets a live action role soon. Mando Season 3 is like Power Rangers, fun episodes, no plot. Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised. I'm honestly surprised he hasn't had a live action role yet. I'm surprised we haven't seen him in any kind of... I don't think he's been any... Even like a hooded character. He hasn't had any kind of cameo. He hasn't had any kind of role, right? It's kind of surprising to me. It's kind of surprising to me. I would be willing to bet... Like, let me see. Does he have any live action credits? Smallville. Oh, he has a... Let's see. I don't really keep up with people, so me saying this, a lot of you guys are probably like, yeah, he does, you idiot. He's in these... Oh, he's in Mythic Quest? What is Mythic Quest? Is that what I'm thinking of? The show with the girl from... Oh, no, I'm thinking of something else. He was in Supergirl? I'm sure it'll happen eventually. And I'm surprised it hasn't happened already. Anyway. Yeah, I that's a good way to put it. Alabastin, I'm not fully caught up with Mando. I've only watched 3 episodes of this season. I'm 3 episodes behind. But that's a pretty good way to put it so far. Alabastin said Mando season 3 is like Power Rangers, fun episodes, no plot. There's a plot as of right now. I don't know. It seems like it kind of goes off the rail a little bit, but I mean, I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to watch it because I've already invested, 2 seasons. Obviously, I'm not going to jump off and stop watching it, but I'm just a little behind, man. We were out of town. I work a lot. It's just hard. If I'm home, me and my wife are watching something together. If I'm home and my wife's not home, I'm watching my daughter and we're hanging out. Alabastin says you haven't missed anything, not being fully caught up. LOL. All right, good to know. Good to know. I haven't been avoiding any spoilers. And it sounds like there's really nothing to be spoiled other than the fact that Lizzo shows up. I don't know. How's that reception been? Oh, and Jack Black shows up. I haven't seen them yet, so I'll hold my judgment. And I haven't seen what other people think of that, so I don't know if it's good or bad. Other people think of that, so I don't know if it's good or bad. I'm sure a lot of people rolled their eyes, and I'm wondering if I will as well. But anyway, I appreciate that, Alabastin. And Oscar Rodriguez, thank you so much for coming in with the final super chat and channel support of this stream. Oscar says, if you ever go to JP, hopefully you run into Mr. Chew. JP. If you ever go to JP. What's JP? Japan?
Thanks for creating the place where I enjoy Star Wars the most. Star Wars is shittier without you, dude, as well as y'all in the chat. Look forward to chatting about all the movies and shows to come. Cheers.
Vince, dude, thank you so much, man, for that incredibly generous super chat and channel support. Give me one sec. I don't know who Mr. Chew is. Mr. Chew, I just Googled it. He's on YouTube? Who's Mr. Chew? This is way over my head. I'm panicking. I just Googled Mr. Chew and Thomas the Train came up. I don't know what the hell. Mr. Chew fried chicken and salad, MrChew.com. Is that what this is? Oh my god, I'm so lost. I'm panicking. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm looking at pictures of Thomas the Train and kids' books and a chimpanzee in a suit for some reason. Oh, the Tokyo Dance Trooper. Oh, I did watch that. Did you mention that the other last stream? I did watch that video. That'd be cool. A little collaboration there. A little collaboration. We could have a dance off and he would completely kick my ass. Yeah, well, we definitely plan on going there at some point. Like I said earlier in the stream, my wife really wants to go. She's been working with a Japanese woman at work for the past 5 years. She moved here like 5 years ago from Japan. And because of that and talking about where she came from and all that stuff, she really wants to go. But yeah, maybe I'll contact him, fly my giant crate of Stormtrooper armor over for like probably $800 just to get my crate over there. There's no way I would do it. Anyway, I appreciate that, Oscar. Vince, thank you so much. Vince says, thanks for creating the place where I enjoy Star Wars the most. Star Wars is shittier without you, dude, as well as y'all in the chat. Look forward to chatting about all the movies and shows to come. Cheers. Well, dude, thank you so much for being here. I mean, for years. It's always, you're a familiar face, and we see eye to eye on most things, and our sense of humor is, I think, very similar, and, your movie recommendations, and yeah, no, you have a very, you make the chat better, Vince. The vibe that you bring to the chat makes this place better as well. It's a give and a take. It's a give and a give. And, I don't know. I don't really watch much other Star Wars YouTube. I know Alex and Molly's great. I try to, I just don't watch much, not because I don't want to, just because, time and whatever. But there's a lot of snarkiness on the internet. There's a lot of bullshit and the overly word of toxicity, but there is a lot of that. And, I just want to come in here and have fun and shoot the shit about anything and everything. We can talk about Firehouse subs. We can talk about life. Alex is joining the army. We can talk about that, And then occasionally, we'll talk about Star Wars. Talking about Star Wars is the most fun when you're kind of talking about Star Wars, but you're talking about a lot of other stuff too. That's when it's fun to talk about Star Wars, for me at least, When the conversation of Star Wars is mixed in with the conversation of life and everything else, under that umbrella. Yeah, looking forward to these movies, looking forward to the years of, whatever's coming next in Star Wars and talking about it, shooting the shit, speculating, and having fun while doing it. So, man, I appreciate the support not only tonight, but over the years. I appreciate the viewership. I can't speak this evening. I appreciate the viewership, appreciate you hanging out and always being a positive, fun, bringing a positive, fun vibe to the chat, man. And cheers, Mr. Vince. Brock Lynch, final super chat and channel support before I hop off here. Brock says, before you go, HG, I recommend you watch Jury Duty, the Pauly Shore movie. Is that what I'm thinking of? Pauly Shore? Right? Like a real-life Truman Show, real-life prison on a jury full of actors. Wait, that's not what I'm thinking of then. Is it? Jury Duty. Oh, no. This is not what I'm thinking. There's a movie, Brock, there's a movie starring Pauly Shore called Jury Duty. And when I read, I recommend you watch Jury Duty, in my head I was like, what the fuck is Brock talking about? Brock is recommending the Pauly Shore smash hit cinematic masterpiece Jury Duty? Let's look this up. It's a new show. Okay. Jury Duty on Amazon. Jury Duty or Jury... let's see. Jury Duty show. Fake trial prank comedy show. Oh, let's see. Watch Jury Duty Season 1. Fake trial prank comedy show. Hidden camera prank show, the heart of a workplace sitcom and the body of a true crime documentary. The boundary blurring new comedy Jury Duty makes for an odd chimera of genres. Follows a court case from start to finish, its proceedings turned into a farce by a bonehead defendant, a bubbling... Huh, okay. There's a trailer here for it. Documentary-style comedy series that chronicles the inner workings of an American jury trial through the eyes of one particular juror. Oh, what's that guy's name? I recognize him. Okay, Brock. I'll check this out. This seems like something that would be right up my alley. Surprisingly, not a lot of stuff about it. What is this guy's name? What is that guy's name? Let me... James Marsden. I don't think I would know his name. X-Men, Superman Returns, Party Down. He's in Westworld? I only saw the first season. I don't really remember that show. Basically, he doesn't know it's being filmed, but everyone else does. Okay. Alright, yeah, I'm going to watch the trailer. That sounds like something goofy and fun that I could watch. I'm going to keep this up so I remember. Anyway, I appreciate that, Mr. Brock. And I recommend the Pauly Shore Jury Duty movie to you. Also, I recommend the Pauly Shore movie In the Army Now. Also, I recommend the Pauly Shore movie Encino Man? No, Biodome. Biodome. Wait, Pauly Shore's in Encino Man too, right? Encino Man? Yeah, Pauly Shore is in Encino Man as well. In the Army Now, Encino Man, and Biodome. Those are... I watched those three movies as a kid quite often. I watched In the Army Now quite often growing up. What does that have on Rotten Tomatoes? In the Army Now. A 6%. If you're looking for a wonderful little film starring Pauly Shore from 1994, watch In the Army Now. It has a 6%. That's correct, a 6% on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, I watched In the Army Now and Biodome a lot growing up. What does Biodome have? They're just really stupid Pauly Shore. Biodome has an even less of a percentage than In the Army Now. Biodome has a 4%. In the Army Now has a 6%. Encino Man has a 15%. Does anyone in the chat know what the hell I'm talking about? Am I showing my age? They're just really stupid movies, and I watched them a lot as a kid. Mr. Nanny, starring Hulk Hogan. Anyway, I appreciate that, Brock. Bearded Emperor, thank you so much for the super chat channel support as well. Bearded says, have you heard of Sandalverse? Of the Sandalverse. Also, what's up? What's up, man? Sandalverse. I've never heard of this. The Sandalverse. The Sandalverse is a concept that Adam Sandler film exists in the same universe. Oh, Sandler. Not Sandalverse. Sandlerverse. Unfortunately, the Tyson Foods Corporation is trying to kill me in an attempt to prevent this information from disseminating. Good luck, Tyson Foods. In the first 50 days, Dan Aykroyd plays Doctor in Hawaii. Interesting. No, I've never heard of this, but I'm going to read about this because this sounds like good, wholesome, stupid fun. Boomer. I'm 37, man. I'm a millennial. Let's see. Crazy Adam Sandler fan theory, the Sandalverse. There's a YouTube video about this. I'm gonna watch this, man. No, I've never heard of this. One of my favorite videos about Adam Sandler was a Red Letter Media video. Maybe you're familiar with it. Media Adam Sandler. Let me look this up. It's a Jack and Jill video. I'll post a link to it in the chat. It's a video. It's a 2-part discussion video about the Adam Sandler movie Jack and Jill. And it goes from a review, a discussion of the movie, to a conspiracy theory and a marketing ploy. And it's funny. I highly recommend this video. Watch this Red Letter Media video about Adam Sandler's Jack and Jill. Watch both of them. It's really interesting. They go into a lot of detail about product placement and the tie-ins of all these corporations and Adam Sandler's friends, and it's really interesting. They do a lot of research to about this shit. It's one of my favorite videos that they've ever made. 7 years ago they uploaded it. 7 years ago. But anyway. All right. I'm going to watch that video, Bearded, at some point. I'm curious. Good, wholesome, fun. All right, everybody. That's it from me this evening. Next time you guys see me will probably be Thursday. I might do a stream Thursday. Yeah, what is today? Tuesday? Yeah, so Thursday. I'll probably do a stream Thursday. I'm hoping to get a video up Thursday. I got a video that I'm working on about the Ewok movie, Caravan of Courage. But it's going to take a while to make just because I'm trying to make it super goofy and long and fun, you know. But anyway, you'll see me when I see you, right? All right. Oh, somebody asked what I'm going to get Survivor on. I'm going to get Survivor on the PC so I can stream it and stuff. And eventually I'll probably get on the Xbox. I have an Xbox One S, so it's like a generation behind. But, you know, I don't really play many games, so I'm not in the market for a new console. So anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate everybody who super chatted and supported the channel this evening. Thanks, man. All right, guys. Enjoy the rest of your morning, your evening, your afternoon, wherever you are on planet Earth. And I will catch you all on the flip side. Cool? Cool. All right, guys. Have fun. Be safe. Be nice. And I'll see you when I see you. See ya.